Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. What I do for you. Got something nice for you today. Ooh, I got the book back. I'm doing some. We're going to do the 42 Confessions of Mayat a little different today. So I'm going to bring that to your attention. But let's talk about Mayat, virtue and order. But that's the topic. That's what we're talking about. Let's get the party started. You know the deal. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka to know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and think and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to Mayat be true. I went back to my original book, but it's only a half a book, so it still got the same knowledge in it. So I'm on here, no cover, but we on page 105, so we rolling. I got you. Title, right thinkers, let's talk about Mayat, what she represents, virtue and order. Those two things you live. If you perform Mayat, is breath to the nostrils. Do Mayat that your years upon this earth may be long. When you think Mayat, this is what you think. Scales, judgment day. That's Anubis. He represents your discernment. Also, when Tahuti is there, he represents your memory. He records everything because he's the scribe of scribes. He keeps track of everything in his personal. Everybody has their own Tahuti. That's your mind. Okay? So, dealing with Mayat, those two qualities have to be dealt with. So, for now, let's talk about the idea of living Mayat. Maybe the 42 Confessions in a minute. But we're going to do the judgment. In life, at the end of it, let me break it down. If I don't want to talk, I want to just get the lesson. Like, this is good stuff here. Judgment, the conscious heart. Now, let's understand there's two ways to spell conscious. If you ain't familiar with it, let me break it down right quick. Conscious, C-O-N-S-C-I-O-U-S, that's your conscious. Okay? That's your mind. Okay? C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C-E, conscious, that's the heart conscious. Your heart has a mind also. Okay? We knew that. They just figured it out modern time. They just made some tests and whatever they did, they figured out the heart is 5 times bigger. The heart mind is 5 times bigger than the brain in our heads. So the heart runs the show, so to speak. That's where God dwells. Shh. Watch this. Now, from the book of Coming Forth by Day, it says, the conscious heart, spelled C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C, that heart mind of human is his or her own God. We just getting started. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't understand what you think, who you believe you are, that's the God that's in you at Judgment Day. That's who's going to step up and speak in your behalf. Okay? That's the heart mind. See the scales here? Everything is about scales with Mayat. Why? Balance. Okay? Everything needs to be balanced. Nature is balanced. Everything is balanced. Night and day is balanced. Okay? Understand that. It starts there. Let's go. But the Egyptians, book of Coming Forth by Day, that was trying to explain to you, if you live the righteous life, When this life is over, you go into the darkness, you come out of light if you pass the test at Judgment Day. That's the concept. Let's see if I can break it down for you my way. Now, the Egyptian book of Coming Forth Day about at night is one of the oldest philosophical spiritual texts right there. All we have is a philosophy. All we have is concepts and theological perceptions. The wisest man got it from somewhere and it passed down. Simple. All that, where you get, man, don't be at ignorant. I got time of ignorance nonsense. This is a philosophy. It ain't got nothing to do with what you believe or how you believe. It's a philosophy. Pay attention. You might learn something. It describes, right there, they're describing what? The journey of all human souls in the realm of the afterlife. When this is over, they had another life. They call it the afterlife. Sorry. And it describes what each man and woman must do to survive what? Death. What you mean? How you gonna see? Pay attention. Coming forth into the light of day, life, illumination, and eternal happiness. That's the life that you will be forever. This life is temporary. You got a bunch of money now. You got a bunch of fortune and fame. At Judgment Day, if your spirit is not enlightened, you come back again. All that, what you have means nothing. It's wiped away. You get a memory wash when you come be born again, conceptually for the soul, all right? So that's a concept. Again, if you understand it, then you can implement it and use it. If you just against it, to make a difference to me. All right, but at the time of death, here we go, they was overwhelmed by death. No, we just understood death. Death wasn't to them like it is to us. We scared to die. They knew that if they live right, death is just another phase of life. Get used to it. At the time of death, or prior to death, the heart conscious, spelled CONSCIOUNS, symbolized by what? Your ab. That's the heart. They're showing you that this is your heart, and this is what it contains, everything you ever done, aka Akashic Records. It keeps track. And at Judgment Day, it brings it right to you. That's what karma does. And aka the ab. It's symbolized by the ab. They show you the vase with everything is in it. Of the being is weighed against what? Truth. The reason why the feather mayat represents the feather of truth, because I'm going to break all 42 confessions down. And if you live by them, not commandments, but confessions that I have not done these things, you are preparing for the afterlife. That was their big thing. Understand it. What's this? Same way we got a bunch of Christians believing they're going to heaven, they're going to see Jesus on the other side. Every culture has a belief system. Moving on. All right. We didn't call it a belief system. We call it a way of life. When it's spiritually, when it's lived, it's a way of life. Religion is what you practice. I know the difference between the two. Now, when you make it, okay, the heart is weighed at the truth. Okay, the truth symbolized by what? The feather of Mayat. When you see that feather, that's a calling card. Okay, that's the feather of Mayat. When you see that, you know something's going on that's divine. Okay, she represents divinity in all its splendor, and she represents balance for everything. All right, here you go. Now, truth is symbolized by the feather of Mayat, and here, our godly faculties is symbolized by who? Anubis, our discerning factor, and Tahuti, our thought, our mind, and our ability to use them both while on earth, before Judgment Day. Using your discernment after death does you no good. Doing life, everyday situation, you practice Mayat, you implement your discernment, you know right from wrong. All these things you do in your daily life is personal, and he keeps track. That's why at Judgment Day, we're going to see how your life will live according to your heart, conscious, SCONCIENCE. It's a science to it. That's the concept. Hope you get the concept. Play on words there. But you have Anubis and Tahuti. They're the ones that Judgment Day. That's the ones that's there. And their ability to use them what? Before death. In the heart of Maya, the heart and eternal organs of the deceased are judged by 42 judges who are each in charge of one regulation. You got 42 of them, hence 42 judges, okay? Each judge is your characteristic who will stand behind you. Your heart will speak for you. If you say, I have not done iniquity, and you have, your heart must say, no, he wrong. Okay, so, and that's all you. Let's go. So, where we at? 42 judges who are each in charge of regulations. Okay, all 42 regulations are virtuous guidelines for what? Living. Make up the basis for the 42 negative confessions. Now, if one lives, this is the goal, right? Thinkers, righteous, virtuous, one will be able to quote and say that what? I have not committed an offense. That I'm about to read the 42 things that you should not do. And if you do these things, you guarantee interest into what? The afterlife. Why? Because your heart will be found pure and light as Maya's feather. That's how you get into the club. Okay? It ain't how much money you got. It ain't how much fame you made. Okay? Let me break this down for you right quick. If we understand that which is below, the physical manifestation, which is the world, then we will understand that which is above, which is the spiritual world, the mental, the head. God who causes, which is what he is, 22 temples not made with human hands, the head. In the physical world, he made it to exist. If we understand that the human constitution, we will understand the cosmic constitution, as above, so below. And because the manifestation of an exact image of the source, which is God. Now, for our function of any organ in the human body and in the objects that's in the universe, there are likely what? Cosmic functions and organs which cause them to what? Manifest. How will spirit manifest? From a thought, utterance, words of power, manifestation. We got the power to do that. That's the image in which we are in of God, not in a physical form. Numbnuts. Therefore, in order to pursue a union with God is, you ready? Telepathy. That's the that's the hidden sides that we just lost whole concept of. But we practice. Oh, I believe in God. I talk to God. I pray. That's the whole purpose. To telepathically be able to communicate to one another, just like we communicate with God. I did that lesson for you. But one must also seek to what? Uphold the cosmic laws with respect to what? Balance of what? Opposites in all areas of life. If everything has an opposite. Which through perfect justice and righteousness, and with the greatest wisdom, knowledge of self, which comes not from our mental process, but watch this, from our soul, the Ba. The wisdom of the Ba can be assessed. How? Through seeking purity of the heart. Through what? Daily meditation and righteous living. That's what Maya tells you. That's what she teaches. And as we pursue the union of opposites, now we will discover what? That there are really no opposites. Only the projected appearance of them. So we, which is in duality, will discover that what? That underlying the names of forms projected by the letters cause powers from God. That's how things are manifest. And the only reality is God. From God, everything came. Simple as that. And everything is of God, from God, about God. Understand that. And the cause of God is the causing of natives. Natives are God. Why? We, human beings in the flesh, are God. All is God. Conscious mind have to come to grips with knowing thyself, that who we are, aka God's spiritual beings, having a human experience for the purpose of becoming conscious spiritually of who we are. And through form, we all are God. So therefore, from any advanced standpoint, we begin to see that what? There is no cause for what? The creation of the world, but there is no past, no future, but only what? The eternal present. Live in the now. I'm about to give a lesson about just what? Just be. Learn how to be. That's meditation concept. All right, but not lesson for that. It takes practice. Wow, we too much stuff going on. But where we at? No. Cause the creation of the world. There is no. Okay, but practicing daily 42 precepts of Maya, which are further explained in the precepts of Ptah-hotep, and the instructions given to us by Menkaura, and mental peace and subtle of intellect leads to what? Purity of heart. You can make that happen. You can manifest it by practicing it, implementing it, living it. Let me get to the 42 confessions right now, starting it with one. I was got here because the other page right here. This is the hieroglyph for the first confession. I'm going to shorten them up. I'm going to just abbreviate everything, so I ain't got time to go through them all. I did that lesson for you already, but the LGBTQ done got into my philosophy and changed some of the wording. We dealt with that already. Let's get back. But the reason why I'm doing this is because the first precept of Mayat from the 42 confessions of Mayat since 10,000 BCE to 5,000 BCE. Watch this on page 110. I'm about to hit that. It says the first line, all the hieroglyphics, it says, I have not done iniquity. I am pure of heart, and I am worthy of immortality by the what? Way I live. Practicing Mayat, implementing it, manifesting it, and benefiting what? At Judgment Day by living it. That's when it comes into play. Trust me. Let's get to it. First one, I just gave the first one, the long scripture. I'm like, this, everything gonna be one-liner. I'm not the handy young man. I like to do one-liners. It says first, I have not done iniquity. Nothing wrong. Okay. Second, I have not robbed with violence. Strong arm robbery, don't do that. I have not done violence to anyone or for anything. Again, just maintaining, doing what you're supposed to do. I have not committed theft. I don't steal. I have not murdered man or woman. I ain't trying to kill. I have not defrauded offerings. I ain't cheated nobody. I ain't played that game on them, thinking I'm giving them more than they make them think I'm giving them more than what I am. No, I ain't got time for that. I have not acted deceitfully. I'm transparent, I'm honest, and forthright. That's me. I can only speak for me. Moving on. And these are the things that you have to speak for yourself. Because at Judgment Day, you are speaking for yourself. Watch this. I have not robbed the things that belong to God. I ain't trusting nobody's belief system, the concept of what they believe. I'm not here to change your belief. I'm just here to enlighten you to a belief system or philosophical system that you can use. Simply that. Ain't got to change nothing you're doing. I have not told lies. I do a lot of talking. I talk about a lot of things. I don't lie. I'm a truth teller. Simple, honest. I have not snatched away food. I don't take nothing that don't belong to me from nobody. Okay, I'm a giver, not a taker. I have not uttered evil words. I'm trying to practice what? Not being ugly, saying vulgar things, nasty, disrespectful things. I'm working on that for myself personally, so when I say it, I can mean it. Okay, you can say what you want, but your actions would dictate that. That's what the 42 judges did there to show you. No, nigga, you know good and well you did. So that's the concept. I have attacked no one. Okay. Number 13, I have not slaughtered the cattle that are set apart for the gods. They have sacred cow that they did for ritualistic purposes. We don't do that nowadays, so that's one of them that I can set out. Okay, I can redo that one. I have not acted deceitfully. Again, that's twice. You are being honest in all your dealings. I have not laid waste to the plowed lands. Again, we don't do that no more, so we can take that one out. 15. 16, I have not been an eavesdropper or plotter to matters to make mischief. Biggest problem now, phone hustler. Everybody eavesdropping what somebody's saying. I can't stand that. I don't want to be around when somebody's on the phone talking. Why? I don't need to hear what they're talking about. Simple. I have not spoken against anyone. Don't have a problem with what nobody's doing. Not at all. It don't affect me. Got no deal with that. No problem. I have not allowed myself to become angry without cause. If I'm starting to get a little belligerent, if I'm starting to get a little, it's because you causing that problem. Don't get mad at the hawk when you bring the hawk out. So I have not gotten angry without cause. I'm working on not getting angry with cause. So I'm still working on that. And I have not committed adultery. Fellas, sisters, you got to be responsible for your body. So I ain't here to preach about a damn thing. You responsible for that. I ain't going through that nonsense. I have not committed any sin against my own purity. You getting there? That means I feel good about my body. I ain't sharing it. I ain't just giving it away. I ain't going there. I ain't got time for that. This lesson. I have not caused terror. I was told you intimidate people, scared of you. I ain't no tough guy, I ain't no bully. I understand what they're saying, and that's good. Why? Don't. 3 rules. Understand, dealing with me, you won't have a problem. Rule 1, don't F with me. Rule 2, don't F with me. Rule 3, don't forget rules 1 and 2. You know the problem on me. Moving on. I have not done that which is abominable. Anything that I know morally is wrong, I'm not doing it. Simple as that. Make your own judgments. And when you stand for them, remember, these are consequences for your actions. If the actions are good, the consequences will be good. If the actions not good, don't expect good consequences. Come on now. Where we at? 23. I have not uttered fiery words. I have not been a man or woman of anger. I get passion and it comes out. But I try to keep it, like I said, my rant's a lesson in the rant. I ain't just ranting, just crazy, I got purpose and reason. Sometimes the passion comes out. I understand that. 24, right there. I have not stopped my ears against the words of right and wrong because I'm always open for what? I'm a master of myself in a philosophy, but I'm a student of life, so I'm always open for suggestions that's going to be right or wrong. I'm always listening, paying attention. Okay, we can always learn from the cradle to the grave. I'm still learning. I have not stirred up strife. I ain't that kind of person. I have not caused any to weep. Again, I ain't not doing that nonsense. Here we go. 27. I have not lusted or committed fornication. Here we go. Nor have I lain with others of my same sex. Right there. That takes away the lesbian and the homosexuality. Take that out the park. That ain't got no place in our society. Simple as that. Y'all giving it legs. Now it's in every damn thing. Your sexual preference should be between you and the person you share with behind closed damn doors. Moving on. I have not avenged myself lately. I have not eaten my heart. I have not done nothing I regret. Okay, I've done a lot of things I feel bad about. Lately, no, that's getting better. Again, I can stand on that now. I couldn't before. When I first read my 42 confession, I went through this. Man, I wasn't even in the ballpark. Okay, I was so not in even this. Didn't have a clue. Okay, why? I wasn't living it, learning it. But my man, it only work if you practice it. That's my point. And that's my kick. I have not worked grief. I have not abused anyone. Fair treatment, selfless service, you can't hurt nobody doing that. I have not acted insolently or with violence. Peaceful man, until you give me reason not to be. I have not judged hastily. I don't judge, period. I'm judging me. I'm my biggest judge. Okay, other people could care less. Don't matter to me what you do or don't do. How you do it, make the difference. I have not transgressed or angered God. I live right. I do right. Why? To keep him happy and to keep my blessings coming. How about that? Him being happy, meaning he's going to ingratiate you. He's going to show mercy on you. He's going to give you things you need. If you don't, he won't. Moving on. So all those you think they blessed, no, you only blessed if God blesses you. You talking about being blessed. You think you're blessed don't mean jack. I have not multiplied my speech over much. Run around telling me how blessed I am. Can't share them. Why? Everybody don't want to be bothered with your blessing. Take it for what it is, yours. I have not done harm or evil. Nope, can live up to that one. I have not worked treason or curses on the king. He ain't the king, but I sure can't live up to that one with this guy. I'm gonna let that go. Moving on. I got no love for him. I have never, number 36, I have never defiled the waters. Back in the day, peeing in the Nile River was taboo. Quick joke. My man said, dude, there's no peeing in the pool. He meant everybody pee in the pool. He said, no peeing in the pool. Dude, everybody pees in the pool. He said, not from the diving board. Moving on. I have not spoken scornfully. I don't, speak ill of people. Why? Man, they free to think and feel what they want. I ain't got time to be scorning nobody with my words. Nope. I have not cursed the God. Won't do that either. Okay? I have not behaved with arrogance. I used to. Ego, conceit, it was all about me. We all have an ego. Mine's under control. I have an ego. I never said, no. I told you I learned to control my ego. Every now and then I let them go. I turn them loose. I got an event coming up. I'm going to turn his ass loose. Why? For 4 hours, go for it. Have your way. 50 years, go for it. Moving on. That's my concept. All right. Number 40, I have not been overwhelmingly egoistic, proud, or sought for distinctions. Grandize. Yeah, me, I. Nope. Got past that too. I have never magnified my condition beyond what was fitting for or increased my wealth, except with such things as are justly mine own possessions. Everybody, how much you get paid? That's even by asking people how much they get paid when they go to work. I do my job. My job is for him, so my pay, you couldn't understand it. Tell him, K-Dot. If you understand the shit I'm under. Uh-oh. Hold on, excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. 42, the last one. I have never slighted the God in my native town, meaning you respect the God that they worship in their vicinity. That's what those things about. That's what that's about, the 42 confessions. Now, let me, quick judgment, P-Funk judgment. Let me wrap this up for you right quick. Now, upon entering or uttering the words of the deceased takes on a new name. Once you pass the judgment, instead of me being P-Funk, my name would be Asar P-Funk, okay? If the heart of Asar, aka P-Funk, is found to be heavier than the feather, instead of joining with Asar, ain't happening. He is sent back to what? The realm of mental illusion, aka the world or the reincarnation, in the form of either an animal or a beast, to be eaten by the monster of evil spirits, Amen, who feeds on what? Sin, greed, and unrighteous people, etc. That's the one that sits by the scale, and if your heart weigh heavy, she gets to eat. All right. Now wrap it up. If the heart of P-Funk, right, is found to be lighter, here we go. That's my best part right here. Wrapping it up for you. And then lighter than the feather or equal in weight, it signifies that he had a virtuous and righteous life and had mastered himself with the knowledge of wisdom of every God. I told you, each one is an aspect of your character. Master each one, you master oneself. That's what you do in a life. It will be recognized in the afterlife. And all of which, watch this, are only aspects of the one God, again, and that he is now fit for what? A new life, hence afterlife. With who? God. Asar. Asar, P-Funk, is now ready to transcend from this world onto what? The next realm of existence, which would be what? Eternal and immortal. One with God. That's the concept. Watch this, wrapping it up. And he is ready to what? Journey back where? To meet who? His cosmic Asar, who represents cosmic consciousness, or aka we call him Ra for that area. Asar P-Funk, through his own righteous and virtuous life, is now allowed to take or fashion what? A new glorious body to live what? In eternity with Ra. That's the pin dropper for me. That's the lesson. That's the concept. If you want to go back to your maker, live right, practice Mayat, like Mr. Right. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got to go. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know that you all have passed away. See you on the other side.